Hey there, guys. This is Flamzeron, aka YouTube's Tasuke, and this big reveal in particular from E3 is pretty crazy. It's one of the two things that they announced at E3 that a lot of people have been kind of crying for, and that is that Square Enix has announced a Final Fantasy VII remake for PS4, and also possibly PC. They say play it first on PS4, so it's going to come to something else later. And I'm only using the tech demo thing just as something. I was tempted to do like what I did for Dragon Ball Super, where I just kind of used just a random image and put a thing on it. But I'm looking forward to it. I never did finish the original Final Fantasy VII. I only got to the part where you fight Barrett's friend, and other stuff just kind of came up like later on, just other games and other priorities. Because I'm not really that big into Final Fantasy anyway, but I did want to play 7. I was interested, and I'm kind of a strange fan because I did like Advent Children, Dirge of Cerberus, and Crisis Core. Crisis Core seems to be the one that people seem to be okay with, but I know Dirge and Advent Children there are some problems with, and I think there are some problems in all three of them. I'm not going to say that they're perfect. Of course, I also think that some of the complaints are coming from bias, but I haven't finished the original, so I guess I can't really say too much either. But at any rate, I mean, obviously the graphics will look nice in this remake. They said they're going to kind of make some changes to the story, probably just to tie in with the compilation stuff. And I saw in the trailer they used his Dissidia design, which, I mean, like, I get that. I mean, it was just a trailer. But I really don't understand why, why Cloud's hair being so sharp and tall is like such a like, I don't care. To me, that was like, it was cool. Like, now he looks a little too natural, I think. Like, this is a fantasy game, remember? But and I mean, I remember back then, like, it wasn't like, the thing about Cloud's design that I noticed is this friggin' wool fleece sweater thing he's got going on. It's like, do we really need that doesn't really look like it's suitable for combat. He's not really wearing armor. And I know, again, this is fantasy, like, but and it'll probably be turn-based, though. If it was an action RPG, that'd be cool, because truth be told, I feel like Tetsuya Nomura kind of prefers action RPGs. And I'm only going, I don't know for sure. I've never I don't know him. If there's anyone who can be like, actually, he said this in an interview, please let me know. But I'm thinking, at one point, Final Fantasy 15 was versus 13. I'm thinking, if they were trying to make an alternate to 13, I feel like that should be an indicator that, because my impression of that was that the two teams wanted to make two separate games, and so they just decided to make both as like alternatives to each other rather than just working on one. That's my opinion. That's not based on any sort. That's just my observation. So because of that, I assumed that he preferred the Kingdom Hearts like action-oriented style. Plus, they're doing that, like a version of that in 15. So it's like, okay, which I never did do a video on the 15 thing. I'm gonna play a little bit more, but that's not about that. In terms of other stuff I already said this on the podcast, but in one of the flashbacks with Cloud, it's like, oh, back in my time with Soldier, where I knew Sephiroth. Like, Sephiroth was actually part of the team, and he was like level 50. I think that'd be kind of cool if they do something like that. And because it'll be a remake, and obviously the game will have a little bit of a different feel to it. Again, like, it'll probably still be turn based, but I think it'd have a different effect seeing Sephiroth in the party in the way that it would be, because he probably would be like, I don't know, like, I think it would be interesting to kind of see it in the way that the remake would do it. But we're getting what we wanted, though. I do feel like I need to finish the original. I'll get to it. Like, I've got a bit about I've got several other games on my backlog. I never did play Fable Anniversary. One of these days I might just take like a month off to just like play some of these games or whatever. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake, that'll be fun. I'll at least give it a try. I don't know if I'll go out of my way to buy it. I do feel like 7 is probably my favorite. I should stop probably lying to myself. Though, I mean, I'm not entirely into steampunk that much. And I don't really have any stories that I can really relate to 7, that's one way I can sort of really like things, but I don't know. I'm just kind of rambling at this point. I didn't have too much to really say about it, but I was just kind of like, wait, what? When the thing first got announced. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake, that'll be fun. And if it doesn't go over well, we can just wait for 15. But of course, that'll probably have a similar effect. I'd imagine. I think Yoshinori Kitase is the one directing. It's either him or Nomura directing. I don't remember. I'd have to rewatch the trailer again. But yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake. Hell is frozen over. Even though they were probably going to do it eventually. But yeah, so that's really cool. All right. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. This is not a Let's Play, but I can pretend that it's a Let's Play. Oh, wow. Oh. Anyway, okay, bye. I just give up. Bye.